What's up, Amon? What's up? Wow, what's up, Tanner? How's it going, dude? Smoked. Smoked. Pass that. What's up? CO, not PA. Yes, sir. Yep, that's right, dude. What's up, Donovan? How's it going, dude? What's up, Bubba? Did love the delicious taco. Oh, yeah, the delicious mud butt taco pictures. Case Keesum is a lie. Amon, you know what? Did you see in Discord when people did you hear that I broke the secret of who Case Keesum was actually created by, who actually owned Case Keesum? That's why everyone was messaging you in Discord after the tournament. You watched the video back. I told everyone in the beginning I had a secret, and so it was nice to break that secret to them at the end. And everyone's like, damn it, Amon. Like, you let us down. You let down Green Bay. Amon, thank you for absolutely awful QB and making me win. Yeah, pretty much, dude. Amon, like, dude, again, next time Vikings might sign an oldie. What do you mean by oldie? Oldie? Like who? Man, my nose is bugging me so bad. My sinuses here are just like, I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's not that much different from being at home, but you didn't know air pressure was so important. Well, apparently it is, especially in Madden. Andrick, oh, okay. How old is he? The one thing I will say I do notice here in Colorado is that your breathing is definitely different here because you're essentially in this area, you're mile high, right? Your the altitude is like there's less air, so you have to like your body's like adjusting to breathing differently. Like even doing like some mundane things. No, why the heck would my wife be here? This is a work trip, dude. This isn't. You watch some Browns press conferences. Freddie Kitchens is an interesting character. What do you mean by that? Join the Mile High Club. I posted a picture in Discord. Did anyone see the picture I posted in Discord? Um, so basically in Colorado, you have like the normal sign, yeah, the normal sign for a hospital or medical thing is a red cross, right? In Colorado, the weed stores are denoted by a green cross. So I was telling them, I said, I want to see some place. I'm like, where's the special brownies at? So like we had a coworker's friend who lives here. Her husband was driving, and because I mentioned that to them, and they were like, he stopped somewhere. She's like, where are you going? And he's like, I wanted to show him where the special brownie place was at. He asked, and here it is. So I took a picture of it, and actually I sent it to another coworker who's here because I told when we first came here on the plane, I said, why? I'm like, where are all the brownie shops at the airport? And I said, I want to see one of those. I'm like, and I can't believe, and even we were driving by, there's like a lot of like farm area and stuff like that. Oh God, and the fracking, they have a lot of fracking for apparently natural gas around here. There's like, I thought they look like almost like oil rigs, kind of like the oil fracking, but they said they were natural gas fracking, and they're like all over, like even like I swear like down the street from like residential neighborhoods and crap. There's crazy. Yeah, I'm coming home tomorrow. I'll be home around like the plane will be getting off the plane or landing around like 4 Eastern Standard Time. So tomorrow I'll actually get home. Well, I'll be at the airport at 4. Then by the time I get home, it'll probably be like 5. So of me flexing in my hotel room, I was never flexing. Is it 8 or 9 o'clock? It's 9:13 right now. It's Mountain Standard Time, so 2 hours back from you, Donovan. I specialize in time zones because of where I work. We deal with everyone. We deal with people like in literally almost every single time zone in the United States. So my boss is in Pacific time. This place, which is where the business is primarily located, is Mountain time. I don't think we really have anyone in Central Time, to be honest. But then we have obviously people in Eastern Time, and then we also have people who work in India. So that's like whatever time that is essentially like 7 hours or whatever the hell crazy crap that is. Is it snowing there? No, it's not snowing there. All week it's been like in the high 80s, low 90s. It rained like a couple of times, but just like a rain shower basically, like if you were living on the seaside or something like that, or like on a tropical island. And I'm not comparing it to a tropical island, just for reference for anyone who's been on a tropical island where you get those like rain showers that come through like real quick and are gone almost instantaneous. So, who do you think the underdog team of the 2019 is? The Browns. Always, every year. Their climate is crazy. Don't be surprised if it's cold tomorrow. It's not, dude. Well, the only thing that's crazy about it is, which may be the reason for the sinuses, is that I looked like the high every day is like in the high 80s, low 90s, but overnight it goes down to like 65. It's like a 30-degree drop. That's like Ohio in like the early summer or late spring. You get like these spiking temperatures, then all of a sudden it's just like at night it's just like 40. Once Baker gets back, he'll be sick. No, I won't be sick. My sinuses have been like the day I got in here, my sinuses were bad, and now my sinuses are bad today. They weren't bad like in between really. But I feel like my eyes are more watery or something too, though, because when I look in the mirror and stuff, like when I'm in the bathroom, like brushing my teeth or whatever, my eyes seem more like watery. I think it's because the air is drier, probably, or there's less of it. There's less oxygen. Because that's why you're breathing. So my eyes just seem more watery or something, too. Yeah, it's been an interesting trip. I've won a few games. So what? I mean, but what's the point? I mean, again, why even honestly, if you're a player, like why would you even want to why would you even want to get yourself in the middle of that? Like, could you ever see someone leaving Indy and Peyton Manning being like, "Oh, hey, Peyton Manning ain't gonna say shit about that." He's like, "I know who I am. Like, that's all that matters." So Cam, what do you like about Madden? I might play it tomorrow night. I pre-ordered it, so I should be able to play it tomorrow night, but I don't know. You got drafted the Dolphins in the face of the franchise. I mean, that makes sense, right? I mean, they need a QB, so since you can only be QB1, right? The story of QB1, like really, that's so dumb. You made this great comeback on Clash Royale. Really, I always wondered who played those games. So, so I don't know who that is, but I'm just gonna go ahead and ban you because I don't know you. So, gameplay is smoother. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, yeah. I'm just like, and plus I just get like, I'm right now. Yeah, technically it's like 11, quarter after 11. I don't feel tired at home. Like I wish I could feel this tired when I'm at home before bed. I never feel like I get like this tired, but like here it's just been like by 7 o'clock here, I'm like like I'm ready to go to bed. Like, come on, Grandpa. You get Mad 20 when it comes out on August 2nd when it comes out because I pre-order it. Wait, what? Yeah, he's not forget to do this. That would be bad. Sorry about that, guys. Um, it's 10:19 for you, Oh, so you're Central Time then. Sorry about that, about the reconnecting or buffering or whatever. I had to sign into I wasn't signed into the hotel's Wi-Fi. That would have been bad. Damn Baker, what hit you? Wow. What do you mean what hit me? Wow, Mike, is this a play on like the way I look, Mike? Like what bus hit you, dog? Like you look all fucked up. Oh my God, Mike. I never knew the day would come where you talk shit about me. Oh my God. Oh, no, that's been there, dude. It's fine. It's healing. It's healing, kind of. What's up, Prestizzle? My nizzle? No, Baker, you're beautiful. Oh, thank you, Mike. You're beautiful too, man. You're all beautiful. What's up, Raider? How's it going, dude? The first patch is August 2nd. What? What do you mean the first patch? Like literally the day they released the game? How's Colorado? So I saw, if you guys didn't look in Discord, I posted a picture in Discord. One of my only pictures I have from here actually right now, um, which was a picture of a weed shop. Instead of having the one lady who lives here is telling me uh, how the medical places you have like the Red Cross. Well, the weed shops here they have the Green Cross. So I'm like, oh yeah, it's a different type of medical. They're adding stuff that they didn't finish. I mean, I guess that maybe that makes sense. What am I doing over there, Raider? I am here for work. I'm here on a work trip. So essentially, I will pay for my expenses here and then expense them back to my company because I had to fly out here for them. So we had a meeting with the business this week. Baker, between all of us, we know you made a. Here's the thing. The weird thing is that I don't know. Actually, I don't know what's weird. I mean, I've never smoked weed. I've never done anything related to drugs ever in my entire life. There was one time where like I tried smoking a cigarette and I'm like, I feel like an idiot sitting here smoking a cigarette, and I never did it again. So I've never the only drug I guess you could say that I've done was is alcohol. Alcohol's a drug, but usually people don't talk about it like that. But I've never done like weed or anything like that. Just hasn't been my thing. Now my brother, on the other hand, that's a different story. That's a different story. But yeah, we they were like, actually when we stopped there, they were like, "Oh, we can go inside if you want. It won't take that much time." I'm like, "No, that's fine. I just wanted to see I just for all the driving around that we were doing, like I literally found no weed shops or saw any of them." And I'm like, I thought this was like the weed state, what happened to all and then we were driving past all these farms and I saw like corn and something else that was green, but I don't think it was corn. Or maybe it was corn. That was corn and the other side was like wheat or something like that. And I asked her, where's all the weed crops, like the weed farms and stuff like that? And she's like, "Oh, I think that's more inside." But it's like I'm pretty sure you can do weed outside too. It's just that they don't. First off, my wife's not with me here, so she didn't come here. So I'm not sure what you're referring to. Mike, what do you mean if it's a work trip, why your wife came? It's weird how I know too much for my age and I'm only in sixth grade. This is a make or break year for EA. No, why is it? I don't think that's true. It's never make or break because without any competition, it doesn't matter. Oh, you said we. Well, I mean, I was driving around with a coworker and then she has a friend who's a coworker here, but she happens to live up here. And so we were with her and her husband and they were taking us around. We were driving around like we went and ate out, we went to dinner somewhere um to get something to eat and then after that they drove us closer to where the mountains are and stuff like that so we can like get a better view of the mountains. Um, so yeah, then again they just happened to drive by the weed store because I asked about where the weed stores were at. because last year was trash. Probably, I guess. As long as EA does all the NFL games, they'll make tons of money anyways. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's people will eventually stop buying it if they stop trying, but I mean, it's gonna you always have the people who are just like avid fans of the franchise and will constantly buy it, or you have people like me who just do it because I'm a glutton for punishment. I don't know, but if you have a gaming channel, you kind of have to buy stuff like that, especially if you're especially like my bread and butter has always been Madden related stuff, so wow. That's interesting, Donovan. Well, I'm just glad that they beat Minnesota the other night because Minnesota lost, which kept Cleveland 3 games back. And then Minnesota lost like the night after that, and Cleveland won. So Cleveland's now 2 games back from clinching that Central, man. They're gaining. It's going to happen. They're going to overtake Central. Did Cleveland win tonight? Honestly, I didn't see the score for tonight. Someone would have to check. It was 3-3. I don't know. I have no idea. Is the game even over yet? The Red Sox are still 10 out. That's crazy. Crazy. So what all have you guys been doing, man? I just been sitting up here like breathing less air. I can't breathe as much air because I think actually my sinuses actually don't make it any better because my nose always feels like it's like 3 extra innings. Gosh. My nose always feels like it's like closed. It always feels like it's not like closed, but it's my nasal passages always seem like they're small. I do have a headache, right? But see, I normally get sinus headaches, and I feel like that sinus pressure, like here, like you know how you get like sinus pressure is usually like around your eyes and on your nose, and I feel it like here, and I definitely got a headache. I definitely got like a sinus headache right now, something small. Why didn't they suspend Tyreek? I don't know, because they didn't. They determined it was unnecessary. I don't know. That's why. do you, do you ever wanted to dye your hair red? No. That would be kind of weird. That would be weird, Mike. But yeah, there was one of my coworkers here. She said that she's like, yeah, I usually get a lot of headaches when I'm out here, but I don't think my headaches are because of that. I can tell, like, because I get them at home too. I get like, I can start feeling it in my nose, like my nose starts hurting and my nose starts bothering me, and I keep playing with it. The next thing you know, then I start feeling it right here in my head, so I know it's like sinus related. And then my nose like feels like it's starting to, it's like all stuffy and crap in there. It's so annoying. You're in the restroom. Well, that's nice. It's good for you, man. Are you making one of those? Are you making one of those tacos from Burger King? He said he abused his son. I mean, but what's his definition of abused? Because abused in certain families is more just kind of like I've whooped his ass, and that technically nowadays is considered child abuse, but back when I was growing up, like I got whooped, man, like, and he abused his son with love. Every time he's like, I love you, I love you, I love you, you asshole, I love you, I love you, I love you. This is me showing my love for you, son. Bah, bah, bah. Or just like, whap, I love you. Tyreek Hill made me a modernist channel. Oh, that's interesting, JJ, but I highly doubt that. Dude, I mean, yeah, dude, I remember I got spanked, man. Yeah, I saw that, Donovan. I don't really get that. I mean, it's like the true side of OBJ. It's like, don't we see that all the time? I don't find him as like the type of guy who really holds back much of anything when even in the media, public media. So I don't feel like what other side of OBJ are you really gonna see that you don't already see? Like unless it's some like softer, more kind of laid back kind of guy that okay, then maybe, but that's not really what you see in the news media or anything like that. So this right. This is gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you, I think. But Ree, ree, ree. No, y'all don't see the hardworking Odell. Well, see, I don't know what is he gonna show because he said the side of me you don't see. It's like hardworking Odell is what you see in like training camp and all that other kind of stuff. But like, what are you gonna see that you don't normally see from him since he's so like under the microscope and crap like that all the time? Baker, my dad brought out that belt, and let me tell you, it was not fun. I know, dude. Extra money don't hurt. That's true. He's just gonna have ads. He's gonna be like a lot of those other YouTube channels, which I cannot stand. For anyone who watches like any other YouTube channel, especially like the wrestling ones, those guys. I think AB is a much bigger diva than Odell. AB is like way over. But no, I forget what I was going. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. What the hell? I don't know. What the hell, man? That's all I can say. What the hell? So I need to take one of these. Can't really see what it is. Oh my gosh, I almost dropped it. But JJ, dude, yeah, I agree, man. That's the thing, man. Belts, that's the magic wand. If you want your kids to get in shape, say, don't make me grab my belt. Once they do it one time, JJ had to use a Cool Whip container as a bowl because he pawned all his bowls for money for new doorknobs. That's weird. JJ. JJ, what are we gonna do with you, man? You've become quite the punchline. Oh, was that a Cool Whip container? I didn't notice that actually. I just saw the cereal. See, I don't see color. No, I don't know. That's funny. I didn't even notice that he had to give all his bowls away. Really, JJ, come on. You're not poor. I would say only poor people were putting cereal in Cool Whip containers because they don't have real bowls in their house. Probably JJ was too lazy to wash a bowl. Swallowing tablets is easy as hell. Come on, man. I hate tablets. I like caplets, little round ones. Those go down much easier. Tablets are these ones aren't too bad because it's not like see how thin that is? It's not big, but I remember before, like when I had like antibiotics. Have you ever seen antibiotic tablets? Tell me that those things are easy to swallow. Nah, man, you have to get one of those. You have to get one of those fucking like those like vitamin cutter things where you can like or take a knife and slice that bitch in half because those things are like freaking like half. They're like this big, for freaking like antibiotic pills, man. Those things are beasts. They're probably about like I would say probably like this thing. I just chew my tablets. Oh God, that's disgusting. How could you do that? It's probably like I would say it's probably like this thick. Yeah, that's Raider. That's disgusting. Like, how could you chew that stuff? That is nasty. There's no tablets that taste good. So it's basically like if you just took a piece of chalk and just started gnawing on it, like, ugh. Oh God, that's so gross. That's so gross, Mike. Just thinking about that, because I swear you know, when you if you've ever tried to swallow something like with water, like especially those ones that are like more flaky, like this kind of has that texture. Ones that aren't like coated, basically. If you try to keep swallowing it for some reason, you have a hard time swallowing the tablet. How it starts to like, you know, the dissolve in the water, and then it starts like flaking off and stuff, and you can start tasting it. That's about basically what Mike you're doing, man. When you're just like chewing on that stuff, that is so sick. Did you hear your dad's story? He had to go outside because the cleaning crew came. What? I don't. The cleaning crew came to clean the house, so I had to go outside so they could clean. I don't. Why? What kind of cleaning crew? What the hell were they doing in there that you had to go outside? You've actually eaten chalk before? That is this. Why? Why did you do that? Like, I wonder how this tastes. Oh, great. Not so great. It's like kind of tastes like crap. Ooh. Two Mexican ladies cleaning the house. Aren't you Mexican? So you're gonna hire Mexicans to clean your house? You should at least hire like white people or black people, JJ, so you feel like more like I don't know, like you feel more prestigious or something. I don't know. Hispanic. Well, what do you mean? Okay, what's the difference? I mean, really, what's the so that's a thing, but that's more of a general term or general way to classify people that are, maybe from that are Mexican or Dominican or Puerto Rican or probably even Cuban too, right? I don't know. What kind of language does Cubans speak? Oh well, black. No, it wasn't a slave joke. No, it's not a slave. I said white people, or I said a white person or a black person because I feel like, again, like house cleaning to me is like more of a trivial, that's like more of a trivial job. That's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, people do it, but to me that seems that's more like low scale kind of job. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, so I'm thinking like if you're Mexican, normally Mexican people are known for that's like their kind of thing. And again, I'm not saying, I mean, at least they're working, right? But I'm just saying like you're a Mexican hiring a Mexican. You got to smack. No, 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 no. Yeah, exactly, Raider. I get it, and that's what I'm saying. That's a general phrase to kind of lump all Spanish people together, and I get it. But at the end of the day, you're like some form of Hispanic. You're like from Spain, which I guess you're just Spanish at that point. I guess I'm not even really sure. I think so. You're just Spanish, or if you're Portuguese, like they speak Spanish, right? No, they speak Portuguese though for Portugal. But I thought some people from Portugal speak Spanish or something because it's like close to Spain or whatever the hell that is. We know the real reason why we hired Mexican ladies as a maid. Oh yeah, Mike, you've been on too much Pornhub, dude. Um, but I'm saying like normally there's some nationality, right? It's you're like Dominican, like Dominican people will tell you they're proud of their heritage, so they're not gonna say I'm just Spanish or I'm Hispanic. They're like I'm Dominican, motherfucker. Like like Mexican, like are Mexican people shy to say that they're Mexican, and so they just say I'm Hispanic? I mean, I don't think so. You want to go to the eye doctor? I will get my glasses 6 days from now. Didn't you already have glasses? So what happened to the glasses you had? You need to get them like recalibrated or something. You go to school on Monday, so you're not gonna have glasses. You're just gonna have like glasses, and you just like everywhere you go, everything's like you're all blurry and crap, and walking into the doors, and she's like, I think that's a door. I think that's a window. You lost them in the ocean. If I was your parents, I would have just like choked you out right there and just left you to die in the ocean as well. Are contacts expensive? I have no idea. I've never used contacts. I don't know. Don't know of anyone close to me that have used contacts where I could give you an opinion. I would have, JJ. I mean, glasses are expensive, and then you just lose them in the ocean. Like, how the hell did you do that? Why the hell did you have them in the water anyways? Or why not have the ones that have like the strap behind it, so that way at least they would like hang over your neck or something. They went to drop off. So there was some chick I was on Live Me the one day, and there was some chick that was started messaging me, and she's like, "Hey, honey, how's it going?" And I was like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" So I get amused by these people that message you on Live Me because I want to see like what they're gonna ask for. I just kind of play into their games initially just to see like how far I can take it before they understand that like nothing's gonna happen. They're not gonna get anything from me. Um, so the lady, she's like, "Hey, sweetie, how's it going?" No, no, Preston, not like that. There's like sometimes people message you like when you're in someone else's like chat, and they're just like people trying to get money or something like that. If it was Katarina, oh baby, no. um, so I'm gonna move to Belarus for you. And and then she had like a mildly attractive picture on her like profile thing, but it was like those things are so small, so you can't really see them. So then I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm doing fine." Um, she's like, she's like, she's like, "I have a premium Instagram if you're interested." And I'm like, "Oh really?" I'm like, "Oh okay." So I'm like, "Well, I'm like, what kind of stuff do you put on there?" And she's like, "Oh, I have good stuff on there." And I didn't really ask. I should have said, like, "Do you have nudes or something like that on there?" I didn't get that far. I didn't really know how old she was. I was just asking, I'm like, "What kind of stuff do you have on there?" To kind of just draw her and make her think, like, "Oh, I'm really interested." And then she just said, "Oh, you just have to go on there and check," or something like that. And I was like, I never responded. So then the one day, because I was trying to click on her profile for some reason when she first started messaging me, it wouldn't let me click on her profile to go. You had someone send you the dick pic. Maybe you just look like you like dicks. Oh, it's like he looks like that kind of guy who might like a dick. Oh God. Anyways, so it wouldn't let me click on her name because I was trying to go to her profile to see if she had like streams so I could actually see like who this person I was talking to was. Because usually they're just like fake accounts or some crap like that. So I wanted to go to their account to see what they had on their account. Well, here was someone who actually does stream, and I started watching the videos, and like this person was like, she wasn't even like she wasn't even like hot, like she wasn't even like cute, and I just didn't even respond back. Like again, I made her think I was like interested, but I was just like. I want her to kind of reply and be like, "You're not even like attractive. Why the hell would I buy this?" Like, oh God, can you imagine? That would just be so rude. That would be so rude to say that. I just, I mean, because I know I'm not like the hottest dude out there by far, and it's just like, But again, like, why would you? If you know you're cute, then you should know like you can sell yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like your beauty was all you need sometimes to make money. And you should know if you're cute, right? Guys would be all over you if you were cute. If you're just like some like hardly attractive, stop lying to yourself, you're fucking hot. Thanks, JJ. Appreciate that, dude. Not that face. But yeah, hoped you liked that foot long. Nice, JJ. That was funny. Preston, it was me. Wow, JJ, please. What was the name? I don't know. I'd have to check her name. I don't know. It was like some weird, like she looked like she may have been Mexican or something. I don't know. But who knows? I don't know. Like I don't know if she was. I just opened up like one of her live stream videos, one of her replays, and I started watching for like 2 seconds. And first off, she looked pretty young, and I'm like, okay, that's just gross. And then because she looked like she wasn't even 18. I don't think she was even 18 in my opinion. She looked like she was younger than that. JJ was really small. He's like, I was trying to make it out. It took me a while to figure out. It took me a while to figure out that it was actually a penis. So one thing I got this morning, I've never had. Geez, I can't remember the last time I've had coffee from Starbucks. Like downstairs in the lobby. Oh God, that reminds me of another story actually, or another something to bring up. Downstairs in the lobby, as soon as you come out of the elevator, there's a Starbucks downstairs. And this morning, I was waiting for my boss to come downstairs, and so I was like, yesterday we met downstairs at 8 a.m. So we didn't talk about what time we were going to meet up today. So I just went down at 8 a.m. and was just waiting there and like waiting there and waiting there. I probably waited for like 10 minutes and then he still wasn't down there. I'm like, okay, well, since he's not down here, I'm just gonna go ahead and get my breakfast. Yesterday we got it together and he just paid for it so he could expense it on his stuff. So today I went down there and just bought. They actually have my granola bars down there in singles, so I buy two of those, and then today I'm like, you know what? I'll buy some Starbucks coffee. That stuff like kind of it didn't really mess up my stomach. It actually didn't really bother my stomach at all, which I'm kind of surprised. But the coffee tasted like absolute shit. I mean, it was tolerable enough. I had to put like 8 sugar packets in that bitch for it to even just taste like okay, and some cream. Aside from that, I was just like, but then I didn't realize they actually have cafe mocha. They have fucking cafe mocha at Starbucks, and so tomorrow morning, I'm getting that cafe mocha before we go, and I'm gonna get like a big motherfucker. That shit, that's gonna be great. Baker, do you use random notifications live me? Because I just got one that says "Call me Senorita." What? Oh yeah, they send time. Sometimes they send stuff out, but not like something like that. You get them all the time. Yeah, they send stuff like, "Hey, we're having this party," or "Hey, whatever." Yeah, I get that kind of stuff too. My friend's aunt who said, "Who is your friend?" And then she asked if I was of age, and I asked my friend what her at, and she said no. Then I got sad. What the? I don't. What the fuck did you even say, JJ? What? I'm so confused. Yum Starbucks. I like their black iced tea with lemonade. Oh my God, what the hell? Oh, sorry. I'm thinking. Sorry, iced tea with lemonade. Okay, I get that. I was thinking for some reason I was thinking like coffee and lemonade. That made my head hurt, JJ. I can't read that. Okay, yeah, it wasn't just me then, because I'm like thinking, what the hell? Like that was like, that's not even like Ebonics, JJ. That's like, I don't know what that is. No, he's Mexican, guys. Oh, I'm sorry. He's Hispanic. He's Hispanic. Oh God. But anyway, so we came back home. We came back here after driving around the city and doing all that crap tonight. There were two. There were two guys standing out front um, that greeted me when I came in, like two people that worked for the hotel, whatever you call it, the ushers, the guys who park the cars or whatever, the valet guys. Um, but then when I was looking in through the windows, there was like a shit ton of people in the lobby, and I go walking in there, and there's all these people that are dressed up. I swear, I don't know, maybe most of them were high. I have no idea. There was like the freakiest fucking thing because there's people with all these weird face makeup, and it just like looked like a freaking like semi cosplay connect like you must have that white part. No, dude, I'm telling you, it's my sinuses. My nose, when my sinuses are acting up, I sniff a lot, and I feel like I might just see me like I adjust my nose because it's like my nasal passages get so congested. It's like dry, and that's what. Then all of a sudden, then I like my nose hurts, and then it goes to my head. Then I start getting that sinus headache, and it's just like so frustrating. I've seriously considered getting from Amazon to see if it helps that thing called Navage, where you like it has like that big like water thing in there, and it's got like these salt powder packets or something like that, saline package you put in there, and you basically stick that shit in your nose, and then it like basically like clears out your nasal passages and drains all that shit out. Supposedly, if you have like sinus problems, it's supposed to help, and it just cleans your nose out real good too. So that way you flush out all your boogers and stuff, or like dust or dirt and all that kind of stuff. You never know what you're getting in your nose because you're breathing air. So who knows what's trapped in your nose, right? I mean, it's not like you who sits there and like, here, let me get shampoo in my nose. Who sits there and uses something to like fish in their nose and all that crap. What do white people eat? You've never been around white people. You were such a liar, JJ. White people, it depends. It depends on where you're at. It depends on where you're at in the country, JJ. Southern white people eat different food than northeastern white people or people in the West. Mexicans black. There's people called you call them black Mexicans. That was another, that was a live meat notification that just buzzed my phone. Although one of these chicks just went live. Grits, dude, grits is nah, dude. That stuff just looks nasty. No grits, no like uh you're not high. No grits, no like sausage gravy and that kind of stuff. Oh, that's just no thank you. No thanks. That's okay. You can keep all that shit. You can eat it all. That's just disgusting. No, dude, I'd never do it. Because, sausage gravy is basically just like a bunch of grease and shit. So for those people like me, if you have stomach issues, that's like one of the absolute worst things that you could ever eat. Hispanics from the Caribbean are tropical Mexicans, according to some dude I met years ago. Tropical Mexicans, that's interesting. Okay. Not being a racist. No, you're Latino. Oh, okay. Yeah, but like, no, it's called like sausage gravy. I don't think it's like sausage and gravy, right? I think it's sausage gravy, but it's like it's the gravy's made from the grease of the sausage or some crap like that. Like, no, man, like you don't eat that shit. That's like if you're asking to die early if you eat all that stuff. That's just that's not good for you, man. It can't be. It's nothing but fat, grease. That's not good for you at all. Baker, trick question: what do Asians eat? Dog or cat or rice? I don't know. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Did this now become like some stereotype stream now? We're starting to, yeah, stereotyping, I guess. People based on their nationalities. Biscuits and gravy. No, I mean I don't do that either. But usually biscuits and gravy, the gravy that are made that's used to make that is like sausage gravy, which is basically just nothing but grease. It's like if grease is the main ingredient of your food, it can't go well. It can't be good for you. And that reminds me of that song, Biscuits and Gravy. You got timed out. No, you didn't get timed out. No, you definitely No, you definitely didn't. You did not get timed out. Yeah, it's yummy, but just because it's yummy doesn't mean it's good for you. Like that's the part that matters the most is there's a you kind of have to weigh the pros and cons, right? If I eat this, it's really good, but then if I eat this, then I might die sooner. Like, would you want to live longer, or do you want food that tastes good? Like, there's that kind of scale, there's that kind of balance that you have to have, and I prefer don't eat anything that's gonna have nothing is good for you. That's not true. Salad is perfectly good for you. Lettuce is perfectly good for you. Carrots are perfectly good for you. Green peppers are perfectly good for you. Rice is perfectly good for you. There's a lot of things that are perfectly good for you. It's just the stuff that's processed is the stuff that's not good for you. Salad is good for you. But the stuff that isn't good for you is anything that's processed food. That's usually the stuff that's not good for you. So like anything you buy that's like frozen, it's kind of like borderline. It depends. Like frozen, usually not anyways because there's a shit ton of sodium in it. So not even sodium. Sodium food, canned food, boxed food. Like I said, unless it's rice. Like rice is good for you. Usually, it just depends on what kind of rice you buy. Then there's obviously a difference between white rice and brown rice and all that kind of stuff. Beans are good for you. Beans are actually very good for you because they've got protein in them. Fish is good for you. Chicken's good for you. Steaks, steak's good for you, but only hot pockets are not good for you. That is correct. That is like again, that's like processed food. Pizza's not good for you, really. I mean, that's just nothing but freaking refried beans. I mean, actually, I used to. You know what? This is crazy. I used to eat refried beans out of like a container. Like I could take like refried beans and just like dip salsa chips in there and be good. Like I was like, oh, this is great. Like I don't know why or how, but but in our household when we were younger, when my stepfather was still alive, He was from Dominican Republic, and Mexican people, and JJ, you correct me if I'm wrong. Well, he's not Mexican, but Spanish people, generally speaking, I would assume it's the same for Mexicans. They really like their beans, beans and rice, man. That's like a staple. That's like a staple of their diet. Rice and beans, and we used to eat that so much. It was rice and beans and chicken, rice and beans or fish, rice and beans and steak. I don't. It's just like everything was like rice and beans like all the time, and that's like all we used to eat when we were kids was rice and beans. It's just like the simple things in life sometimes. But rice and beans, rice is cheap, beans are cheap. I mean, that's filling because rice is complex carbs, from what I recall. So complex carbs are the good kind of carbs for your body because your body has to work to try to break them down, but it gives you a lot of energy because of that. I'm sure you learn all that crap in health class or some shit like that. Like they teach you about complex carbs and all that crap, or maybe science. I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember. So yeah, there's good carbs, there's bad carbs, right? I mean, hi mom, how are you, mom? I don't recommend the $1 from Taco Bell. No wonder why it's a buck. Wait, I thought it was Burger King. I thought it was Burger King that you got it from, Donovan, not Taco Bell. And that article that Preston posted in that article that Preston posted in Discord today about Taco Bell being the healthiest, one of the healthiest fast food restaurants in the country is, again, if you saw my review of the article, it doesn't get, it leaves out like anything that, uh, anything of any substance, I guess. It's just basically like Taco Bell says that since 2008, they've reduced sodium by 25% across their whole menu or something, or 15% across their whole menu, and then they're targeting soon to have reduced it by 25%. Okay, I mean, great. So you're telling me that they're making their food healthier, but they don't say, it doesn't say like, well, in comparison to like McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's, like here's like maybe their like main meal versus Taco Bell's main meal, and here's how many calories are in Taco Bell's, and here's the ingredients versus here's the ingredients for Wendy's and McDonald's and Burger King. That's like you need to do that type of cross comparison to be able to say like, okay, when I do all this comparison for different like categories, like Taco Bell is a clear winner because of this, but to just say, well, they made their menu healthier, therefore they're one of the healthiest in the country. But no, that's not how it works, genius. Whoever wrote that article is an idiot. Yeah, I mean that's, well, I said that it looks like pureed beef. It looks like pureed beef to me, or like as Donovan said, I didn't want to say it, but he said it looked like a baby's diaper. BRB playing Mexican train with fam. JJ, you missed my question. Do you eat rice and beans a lot for dinner? I need to know, JJ. Do you eat rice and beans a lot for dinner? That's what I want to know. That's my question to you, man. Don't run away. Why can't I post flags? That's why I thought it was timed out. I don't. How do you get timed out from posting flags? I'm not even sure what are the flags. Being racist? No, it's not being racist. It's called stereotyping or profiling. That's basically what we've been doing tonight for the most part. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, the Argentina flag. Oh, okay. Um, yeah, I'm not saying anything bad about anyone, right? I mean, it's not offensive. It's not offensive. It shouldn't be offensive. It's just, it's like saying like, well, black people like watermelon. Okay, I mean, so what they do? Like, I love watermelon too. Like, that's just not, watermelon is not just a black person thing, but people generally speaking, associate watermelon with black people, but that's just because you know, it's what it is, right? I mean, so what? I remember they talked about that on Chappelle show. You know, you could never do that on any other show except for Chappelle's show. Remember that was after Chappelle had left, and that's when they had Charlie Murphy and that what was this Donnell whatever was it Donnell Jones? I feel like that's wrong, but you know what I'm talking about, the guy who played Ashy Larry on the Chappelle show. What's up, gamer? I mean, there's nothing wrong with you. Whoa, 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 whoa! What are you talking about, dude? You need $90 to pre-order Madden 20 Ultimate Superstar. Wait, I'm confused, Preston. Why are you saying you just said that you had time left on Madden? So I'm confused. Talk about it on Jesus and Pals. That's a free for all. Jesus and Pals, right? Um, but yeah, I mean, I remember on Chappelle show they were talking about yeah the same type of thing, like oh black people like watermelon, and just because I'm this, people think that, and it's just like, but they were all it was just a bunch of different people sitting in a room of different races talking about the stereotypes and like how meaningless they actually are. But like people, like some people get offended by that. Like you say, "Oh, you're black, so you must like watermelon," you know, and it's like, what? Like, how could you? You know, not that I'm not saying that I've known of anyone who's ever reacted that way, but you know, I feel like there's plenty of people in the country who react to that kind of stuff like it's a negative thing. But it's like, so what? I mean, it was like it was. I think the moral of all it was almost like embrace your stereotypes, but you know, it's just I don't know. It was just kind of pointing out the hilarity and that stuff. See, I wish they would if they could improve Mutt, man. If they could make it easier, you know, I mean, at least slightly easier. I mean, I just feel like the challenge was too extreme for what they put in last year. Like you couldn't compete with the AI in 3v3. You know, like if you had three people on a team. Part of it too, it comes down to just you know have if you play together with people often enough. But I still feel like their online shit was is super laggy. That online shit is super laggy in Madden. Like if you compare Madden and NHL, there's no comparison. NHL blows the fuck away, blows Madden the fuck away when it comes to like smoothness online. EA like Madden is just absolutely atrocious and so damn slow and laggy. Like the fact that the kick meter you have to press like the A button like a second in advance just to get it right, that shouldn't even be a thing. That's just there's something wrong with that code. They need to find a way to optimize their net play code as it would be called in a sense. Because that just it's just too slow. It just feels like you have to always be like a second ahead of what's going to happen, and that's stupid as fuck. It's midnight. Oh my gosh, it's Friday. It's already 10. Yeah. So we're gonna leave here tomorrow morning at 8 because our flight boards, which I think honestly is kind of late. To be honest, I'm surprised they're leaving that late because they were telling some guy today, "Oh, you should leave. You should get there at least." His flight wasn't until 8, and they told him like he should have left at 4:30. And our flight's at 11:05, but they're leaving at 8, and it takes like 40 minutes to get to the airport from here. And they got to turn in and rent the rental car, and you got to take a couple of shuttles to get where you need to be before you can see like for your gates. Um, And they're checking bags too, which you have to check your bags at least 45 minutes prior to flight time. Racism about seeing people as less for being another race, period. If it's not the case, then it isn't racism. Stereotypes are funny anyway. Everyone knows it's not 100% real, just stereotypes. I mean, but usually it is. I mean, that's why it's called a stereotype, right? Because like again, like the thing with black people and watermelon, like I know, like I used to live around a lot of black people, and it's like you know, yeah, they like watermelon, but it's kind of like, yeah, so do I too, though. Watermelon's amazing, like, but it's not just a black people thing. But I mean, you know, again, black people just know because they like watermelon. You know, it's okay. How long is the flight back? It's 2 hours and 44 minutes. Like literally, they have on there 2 hours and 44 minutes. I'm like, really? Like it can be 2 hours and 45 minutes? Like 2 hours and 44 minutes. But it was the same to get here. It was close to 3 hours essentially. Gamer, what are you talking about? What's your problem? What's wrong with you? Is this like Ashton or someone like hacking your account or some shit? Right. All I'm saying is that isn't 100% really, but it's still pretty true. Yeah, exactly. I mean, and it's just weird how like some people can actually get offended by that. Like if you say something like that to some people, like you know, I don't know, like the thing I've been saying. It's like some people actually get offended by. Oh, it's like that's racist. It's like no, it's not racist. It's not racist if it's true. I guess I don't know. I mean. 2 hours 44 minutes and 1 second. Yes, at least I know where I parked. That would be the easy part because I actually parked in the parking garage at the top of the parking garage, like back at home at the airport. So I know I just have to go up to floor 5 after I get off, and then I'm good to go. But it's gonna cost me like at least $80. It cost me at least $80 to park in the parking garage. So you have kept up with the Browns training camp. The only thing I saw, the only thing I saw was there was some video that someone posted today from their training camp, which showed like a catch made by OBJ from Baker Mayfield, and it's like, oh, I can't wait to see like, this is the beginning of, what's to come for the season or something. And it's like I don't know. I mean, it looked like a fairly, acrobatic catch, I guess. But I mean, it's not like you're playing against like CBs that are trying to like really get in your face and really try to stop you from catching the ball. So it was kind of like you're playing off of the receiver. You're not really like draped all over him trying to make big plays like that because you're not trying to get anyone injured. I don't feel like this is gamer chatting right now. I feel like this is someone else. I feel like this is someone else. Sterling Shepard jacked up his thumb today. Oh man. All right, I gotta take this drugs real quick. Hang on. Okay. So what I did do in my hotel, which again I don't think I can actually redeem these anywhere unless Starbucks. I don't think I can redeem these at Starbucks downstairs. But basically, they have that thing now. I think they just do it. They may just do it at Marriott. I'm not 100% certain, but it's basically you leave your tag on the door to tell them not to to not like change your sheets in your room, and they give you a $5 food and beverage credit for every night that you um, don't have them change your sheets because you're essentially saving them like if I'm the Browns, I try to get Super Bowl next year season. If it doesn't happen, I ship out OBJ before you got to pay him and Baker. Yeah, I just don't feel like this is really him. I feel like his brother or someone is screwed around. Either that or he's drunk or something somehow magically, but it just this doesn't seem like him. So I'm a little confused by this. I don't think so. I mean, if you're the Browns and you win a Super Bowl, then you're definitely going to keep OBJ around because then you're like, now I'm going for consecutive. Now I'm going for a franchise or not a franchise. Yeah, you guys are weird. Yeah, I mean they've been talking about this since Sashi Brown was around. Preston, even before they got rid of him, so what they do, like, which I don't even think they did it last year, to be honest. I don't remember them doing it last year. So prior to last year, and maybe even the year before, they would do like this special, like, they would have a special part of their training camp that they held, like, it was called the Brown scrimmage. They would like an orange and brown scrimmage that they would hold at Ohio State in Columbus, and they would do it like on a Friday or something like that. And so they're like, my brother and I went to that. I want to swear it was like a couple years ago at least. They started doing that, but then they, like, I think they stopped doing that. They don't, as far as I can remember, like, because normally I get emails about it when they go to do it, but I haven't heard anything about it like in the recent past. So I just don't think they're doing that. Wow, it's supposed to be 93 here tomorrow. 5 degrees warmer than today. Oh, and the crazy thing, oh gosh, Charlie Fry, yeah. Baker Mayfield won't stand OBJ. I mean, that depends, Raider. If you're winning, you'll stand them. You'll put up with whatever. Because if you're winning, that cures everything. If you're putting smiles on people's faces and people appreciate you for what you're doing and you appreciate your teammates for what they're doing. Yeah, I remember with Charlie Fry. You had the McDonald's commercials with him and Braylon Edwards. Would you like a fry with that? It's just like, oh my God, like, they literally had those commercials airing in Cleveland. So I don't know if you guys ever saw those commercials anywhere else, but God, they had those in Cleveland. I'm just like, really, that is so annoying. To see Dwayne Haskins. I don't know, dude. I don't know about that. Colt McCoy, I felt like had promise, and I feel like they gave up on Colt McCoy way too fast. Once he got concussed by James Harrison, that fucking bastard headhunter from the Steelers, um, that was basically like he was done. Like after that whole shit with him getting concussed and his dad like saying the team didn't give a shit about him and sent him back out to play and all that kind of stuff. Baker, I find it creepy staying in a hotel sometimes. Why? Why is it creepy staying in a hotel? I shared you guys my pictures from the hotel. This hotel's freaking. I should actually tomorrow I'll take some pictures of the lobby because I need to put in my review for Google reviews because I do that a lot. I actually have a lot of views. I have a lot of views on my photos and stuff like that on Google reviews. Um, I've had at least 15,000 views of my photos, I think, or just my reviews in general, something like that. Because they notify you every once in a while. So I just hit like the 15,000 mark, like pretty recent. I haven't been doing it that long, maybe for like a year or something. But now, so like now everywhere I go, I like, if I'm eating, actually, the place I ate today, I didn't take a picture of my food. I should have, but I was with people I don't normally eat out with. So I've been kind of like, why are you taking a picture of your food? Oh, I'm posting a review. I left a review, but I didn't post any pictures. But like I'll leave reviews and then occasionally ask you uh occasionally they ask you like, hey, uh this place that you went to, is it wheelchair accessible? Do they have a smoking area? Do they have a parking lot? Do they have metered parking? They ask you all these occasional questions, and as you answer all those, you level up your Google review like level because like you're like a local guide is what they call them, a local guide, and like you get levels and stuff like that for leaving reviews and stuff. Raiders QBs were probably worse though that period anyways from '04 until 14. Only Christian Parham was worth the crap. But they had wait, what year did Gannon, when did they go to the Super Bowl against Tampa Bay? Gannon wasn't too bad, right? But I don't remember the time frame. I just remember he played in the Super Bowl against Tampa Bay after John Gruden left and went to Tampa Bay. Gaz Gray was have a career-ending injury first few games of 2004. Yeah, whatever happened to him? I just remember like one day he was QB of the Raiders, and next thing I know, he was like doing telecasts on TV with who does Gannon normally team up with anymore? Is he even on TV anymore? I feel like I remember him. It seemed like he used to call a lot of Browns games or something, but I don't remember who was he paired up with Solomon Wilcox or some crap like that. Oh, you were 22. Oh, geez. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I just, honestly, in this bed here. Oh, where the magic happens? No. I get, dude, my sleep in this bed. I need to find where the fuck these beds came from, man, because these beds, I feel like I'm like, I just like, I fall asleep and I get like really good sleep. I don't really wake up. Well, my account has been compromised. What do you mean your account has been compromised? They went to the Super Bowl in 2003. Yeah, but so then jump on the bed like last time. I'm not actually wearing any like pants right now. I've got underwear, so I'm not gonna be jumping up and down on the bed like that. I was thinking about it, but my brother jumped in live chat. Even better. Oh, well that makes sense. I actually timed you out, dude. I knew it didn't seem like you because you were saying a lot of weird stuff, and I'm like, this doesn't sound like gamer to me. This sounds like someone else. But he was telling Donovan, like, hey, Donovan sucks toes. Let's see them Hanes underwear. Nah, man. I timed you out, dude. I had to time you out because you were being like, that was some weird ass shit. Then he said, what was it? You kept saying, oh, suck my dick or something like that. Like, he just kept saying, oh, you suck dicks and stuff like that. You need to go, Ashton, slap him across the face. Say, you freaking idiot. You got a tank top on. Nah, dude, I got my Princess Canny shirt on. Here, I have an idea. There we go. Yeah, no, I put some shorts on. So now I got shorts on. What is this? What's happened? That's actually pretty fucking fun. Now I'm out of breath because of the fucking because of the lack of air, man. Mom asks if you're bored. I mean, I'm here sitting in a hotel room by myself. I don't have any beer or stuff to drink or anything. Housekeeping. Yeah, okay. Why would housekeeping walk in at 10 o'clock at night, quarter after 10? Housekeeping, like, bitch, you're supposed to be here at 8 o'clock in the morning. What the fuck? At least you're having fun. Yeah, exactly. I like that. What is happening? He's putting on a Speedo. No, gamer, I was putting on my assless chaps for you. You're coming back to Ohio. Yeah, I'm actually on the 5th floor. My boss, he was at the top of the building. He was in freaking floor 14. I'm like, dude, like I'm afraid of heights, so looking at it on Route 414, I'd be like, no thanks. Plus, then you're even higher up with the altitude, so it's kind of like you want to come back to Ohio in the winter. Are you sure? To see how you like it. Yeah, I mean, it kind of depends on where you're here. I mean, the thing is, dude, is that Ohio is, again, Ohio is hit or miss anymore when it comes to winters, like in terms of temperature, because like December, like this past year, December was, it snowed a little bit, but like past Decembers, like the 2 Decembers I think prior to that, like we didn't have snow on Christmas. Like there was no snow at all. Like I always hope for it to have snow on Christmas, but some years you just don't anymore. I mean, before you'd always have snow in either late November, mid to late November and December. You'd have it for at least 4 or 5 months straight, but anymore, like you're sometimes it doesn't even snow until January. It's insane. And then they say global warming is not real. I mean, clearly there's something going on with the weather. The climate is certainly changing when it doesn't snow in Ohio until January. And I mean, I'm talking about considerable amount of snow, not like some snowflakes and shit, like a dust thing. That's not real snow. Like that's nothing in Ohio. So I make sure I enjoy the winter if I move up there. I mean, yeah, we will do a meetup in the winter. I always go up in the winter. Dude, well, I mean, I guess you're old enough, right? Wait, are you said you're 18 now, right? Or you're turning 18? Do you hate it when when global warming attacks you? What do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean by that? You'll be 18 in October, okay. Right. I think you said that before. That's cool. So when do you graduate? You graduate next year then? Just a South Park reference. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was like 2 days before the day after tomorrow. Oh my God, that's today. You remember that one? And they were drawing on the map. Here's the map of the United States, and then here's the line. Everyone already here is basically fucked, and they drew like the circle, and it basically looked like a penis they drew on the board over the United States. Just stuff like that. God, freaking hilarious. And they kept sniffing the marker too. With Randy, kept sniffing the marker like. But yeah, that was when they dressed up in those big ass like snowsuits, and they were walking outside trying to get from point A to B, and it was like 90 degrees outside. And then like, what was it? Butter's dad like passed out or something. And they're like, "No, Steven, come on, you can make it." Funny crap. Probably. Man, my credit card bill just went up. It pretty much doubled because of the money for because of the carpet. That sucks ass. Oh, come on, man. We should be able to curse is not offensive. I always get my comments deleted if they have curse words in them. Oh, wait, never mind. It's still there. What? The bot's not on, so technically there shouldn't be anything doing that, except for that's why we have moderators to take care of that if we don't have the bot. So, no, I mean, the carpet was expensive. So, I mean, now I've got to pay for that. And so I'm actually, when I'm my plan is to go to PA more, like at least try to keep going to PA like 3 days a week because I get, because the expense amount that I get back out of that, like I can use that to actually pay off like my credit card faster. Because really, I need to get it back down to like, I need to get it back down to a reasonable amount where then my bill goes back to, my payments go back to where they were. That's what I need to have happen. Well, dude, all I can say is, you got to make sure that you got like freaking make sure you got to make sure you got money saved up though, dude. Bet when I am coming up, Baker. What? I don't know when. Mark curse words bad. They're actually proven to be good stress relievers. No, remember Raider? Didn't you see the South Park episode? They explained curse words. Remember, curse words is what started the plague. You're pooping money. The heck? That's amazing. I want some. Poop on me. The word of curse. Oh, we never understood that curse word meant like it was actually cursed. Like, why do you think we call them curse words? Because that was the God, what was it? That was called the like La Petite Tourette or something like that. Was that the one? Because it was basically like when they were like tonight on BBC or whatever the hell the network was, they're gonna say shit once, and then it was like tomorrow night or tonight on BBC they're gonna say shit twice, and it went from like one two, and they kept doing it like it kept incrementing it week after week, and then all of a sudden they were like, the boss is like, I got the greatest idea tonight on BBC. Instead of the characters saying their regular lines, everyone's gonna replace all the regular lines with the word shit. So everyone was just saying shit, and then they were like, "Okay, this isn't funny anymore." And it was like they called it the Night of a Million Shits. God, Gamer's Brothers back on. I don't know. That sounds like Gamer to me. When do you want the sexy boy to come up? I don't. Whenever, dude. I mean, like I said, just you got to plan for a time frame, and you need to make sure you got money, dude, because there's no free rides up in this mug. Baker Discord doesn't let me share the screen recording I took of you jumping on the bed. It's probably because it's too big. I mean, you'll have it on the you'll have it on the stream anyways. I got money more than Preston. Ooh, really now? Really now? I have a job. I got a job. Are you down with me? Oh shit. He's got him up. Oh god. Oh, a power slam. Oh god, what's he doing? He's on the corner turnbuckle off the top row. Elbow smash. Oh, oh no. It's the Undertaker. He's got him up. He lifts him up. He sets him up. Tombstone pile driver. Oh shit, what's this? Who is it? Who? 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 He knocks him down. He comes. He's off the rope. He comes. Leg drop. It's all over. It's all over. Oh God. Figured you wrestling moves on the pillow. The front desk calls you tomorrow. What was all that noise emitting from your bedroom? Oh, he's got him. He throws his arm over. He picks him up. He's holding him up in the air. He's holding him up. He's holding him up. Oh, what a suplex. What a suplex. What you gonna do? Oh, yeah, okay. He's got him up. He's got him up. Here it comes. Attitude adjustment. Oh, here it comes. What is this? You can't see me. Oh no, here it is. He lays him down. Kicks him. Oh no, I forgot to do it. That's right. Before I do that, He's off the rope. Off the other rope. Oh, people's elbow. Oh god, Raider. Imagine someone just walks in. What the fuck are you doing? You know what? Imagine if it's like my boss. My boss walks in. Now he already left, but imagine it's like your boss walks in. What the fuck? Oh. Oh shit! Here he comes. What is this? He comes off the rope. Oh, clothesline from hell. Oh my god, that pillow just got beat the fuck up. That clothesline from hell, though. Oh, that's interesting. What is up with this pillow? Why is it all fluffed at the bottom? It's very feathery, actually. He just got the clothesline from hell. Or if your boss is in chat now. Donovan, that's funny. That's... Geez, what else can I do? Here, I got another one. He picks him up. He puts his shoulder over his head. He's got him up. He's got him up. Oh, it's the jackhammer. 1, 2, 3. Oh god, you deflated the pillow, right? Bigger, have you never seen a pillow? What? Turn off the vibrator. What the hell are you talking about? Oh shit, Donovan, you're right, dude. What's it? He sets him up, he sets him up! RKO! Out of nowhere! Oh no, here he goes, here he goes. What's this? He's got him. See, unfortunately, he has no hands or anything like that. But now he's got him. It's the crippler crossface. It's the crossface. It's Chris Benoit. Make it tap. Make it either drunker. You actually nailed that RKO? Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Jeez, what is another Oh, duh. What is this? What is this? Oh, Stunner! Stunner! Stone Cold Stunner. What the hell am I watching? Oh, you know whose move I forgot to do? One of the best ones. So remember, you gotta set him up. He's off the ropes. He's off the ropes. He flies the flying shoulder block. Off the ropes. Here it comes. The big splash. 1, 2, 3. It's the Ultimate Warrior. Oh, God. I think that was funny as hell, Donovan. I'm laughing so much. Yeah, here we go, Donovan. He's got him up. He's got him up. Batista bombed that bitch. It's all over. He just Batista bomb 1, 2, 3. It's over. Oh god, a swanton bomb. Oh man, he's trying to kill me. He's got him up. Oh, swanton bomb. If I die, it's because I'm going to run out of breath. Don't try that shit, you'll die. Hell no, dude, I just executed that pretty good. I can't really jump off of anything. He sets him up. He sets him up. F5. F5. He sets him up. He's got him from behind. That sounds kind of weird, but... Oh, German suplex. Oh, God. Please don't try this at home. Yeah, it's kind of hard to pull that one off, though, Preston. He's got him up. He runs. Christ. God. Whisper in the wind. Oh God, I don't think you have to like flip around and shit to do all that. I don't think I could pull that one off. Whew. All right. Got to take a break. Got to catch my breath, dude. Like I said, it's harder to breathe here, so. My heart's like racing because it's like, Jesus, dude. Oh, deep six. Yeah, but isn't that like just? I thought it was just like I thought he usually just like catches them and like it's like that's it. Like right, he runs into him and then he just deep six. Oh no, he slings them around. That's right. They come back and then he like deep six or some shit like that. Or it was like he grabs him, he spins him around, and then oh god, goes backwards. Deep six. Some shit like that. I can't remember. That's the end of days. Do a frog splash from the TV stand to the bed. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen because like you have the TV stand right here, and then the bed's over here. That's not. I'm a little too old for that one. If I was, if I was like 10 years old, then I might try to pull that off. But End of Days is the first one. Okay. Wait, so then did I get the deep six? Because that was he spins him around and then I can't remember if he goes backwards or forward with the deep six. It varies. Yeah, it was weird. My boss was trying to text me this morning, and for some reason his when I was talking earlier about us supposedly we were supposed to meet down there. I thought we were meeting down there at 8 because what's up, Michaela? Wow, you came coast to coast. You came at the right time. I thought we were just gonna meet down there at 8, and then after it took like 10 minutes for him not showing up, I was down there like till like I was like 8:30. And and I finally was just like, okay, maybe I should text him. Maybe he's maybe he overslept or something, or maybe he's up. I texted him and then like he never messaged me back. And then it was like 8:40. And then I'm like, well, this is weird. I'm like, which is um this is weird. So then I called him on his phone and I'm like and he answered like right away and I'm like, hey, I'm downstairs and waiting and he's like, oh yeah, didn't you get my text? I'm like, no. He's like, oh, I see all the ones I sent you and the ones you sent to me. I'm like, no, I don't see any of yours. So when he came downstairs a couple minutes later and I showed him my phone, I'm like, look, I'm like, I don't have any of your texts. And he did something because he's like, oh, you're on Android. And so he changed something so that the text would start going through because then he tested it when he was there and he's like, oh yeah, this is the one I sent you earlier. So then that one went through and I'm like, that's weird. So I don't know what he did because I've never seen where you can't just normally text someone from an Android to an iPhone or vice versa. He like had some setting turned on or something weird like that. I don't know what it was, but where the message was going out as a certain type of message that Android wouldn't accept or some crap. That's like the first I've ever seen that. It's kind of weird. Well, at least my heart stopped racing so hard. like after all that, it's like it's hard to catch. Like I said, it's harder to catch your breath here just because the air, the lack of oxygen, your body has to work heavier. Can you imagine like being a football player? You know that shit's got to be rough. Am I lonely? I don't know. I don't know if I'm lonely. I just there's nothing else to do at 10:40 at night. Ugh. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go to bed soon actually because I need to wake up. I want to be downstairs by 8, but I also want to have bought my cafe mocha and ate my granola bars before they come pick me up at around 8. I mean, I already got all my luggage. I can't imagine being a fat lineman playing in Denver. I know, right? Or like a defensive lineman. Oh my god, that's got to be like the worst. That's got to be the worst being a big defensive lineman, like one of those big like nose tackles or something. Oh my god, that's got to be brutal. So yeah. Well, it's been an hour and a half. It doesn't seem like it's been an hour and a half. Maybe I am high. Maybe I got some contact high from driving by that weed shop or something. Wait, I never. Oh, I did follow her. That's right. Oh, so whoever was asking for that lady's name on Live Me, it's QT Pie 665. Go check her out and tell me that you think she's worth buying a premium Snapchat for. I'm telling you, it's not worth it. I mean, I guess beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right? I mean, but for me, it's not worth it. It definitely was not worth it. Top of the 14th in Kansas City and Twins 110-3. Oh, all right, well, yeah, come on, Indians, don't go 3 games back again. Stay 2. At least you get, it gives you a chance to stay. It puts the pressure on Minnesota to have to win, which they have a hard time of doing that at times. So, especially under pressure. Whew. Yeah, that was brutal, man. That felt like I do a lot. I mean, well, Preston, you see me like I do a lot of yard work. I can do a lot of yard work and not be like winded, but man, just doing all that, oh my god, that was brutal. No. Why would you do that, Raider? No, you shouldn't do that. Why the hell would you do that? Why would you need to rob some soap? So the one thing that was interesting about coming out here, because it's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've been, since I had to fly somewhere. That wasn't like vacation related by myself. It's been like years since I've gone somewhere by myself on a trip. Um, um, but I had to pack one of those bags, those clear bags. So I found myself, I had to go to the Dollar store. Well, it's funny because you mentioned the Dollar Tree. That's why I came up. I had to go to the Dollar Tree, like, what was it? I think I went the day before my trip. I had one of those clear plastic bags, and then I needed to go buy because to even for carry-on luggage, especially, you have to have none of your liquids can be more than 3-ounce bottles of that liquid. So toothpaste, if you have like spray deodorant, shaving cream, like all that stuff, like it has to be 3 ounces or less. And it has to all fit in one plastic bag. And you can only have 4. You can only have up to 4 liquid items in a bag. You can't have more. You can only take 4 on altogether. At least in your carry-on. I think if you check bags, I don't think that matters as much. Or at all, but for carry-ons it does. And I think there was at least a couple people here, they checked their bags, and I'm like, why why the fuck are you gonna check your bags? That costs like $50. I mean, I get that you get the expensive bag, but it's like then you gotta wait for all your shit to come off. I just brought my two carry-ons and like I've got a my regular suitcase and I brought my book bag which has my work laptop in it and stuff like that. So I'm like I'm good and I just carry it all on the plane and carry it all off and just I get on quick, I get off quick and end of story. I don't need to wait for them to do the luggage thing and wait at the luggage carousel for my luggage to come off and all that shit. So, whew. So that's cool. Um, On and off quick, yeah. Nice. But then they have to go to the bottom of the 12th or 14th, right? So Kansas City gets a chance to tie it up. Boo. You'll know that from when we were in bed. I mean, the house together. Oh, baby. That's right. So, we went to this place called like Georgia's, I don't remember. It was something barbecue. Georgia's something barbecue. And I ended up getting this it was called like a cheesesteak with what is it called? Damn it, what is it called? Like what's the word for it now? It's not like pulled pork, but it's like something like that. I'm trying to remember what the hell they call it. Brisket. It was brisket. Um, yeah, so I got a cheesesteak with brisket, and it was actually pretty good. I mean, it was decent. I mean, there was nothing special about the place. Wow. I still think the Bears need more before they can even consider Super Bowl, though. I feel like they need more. How are the Browns not in that conversation right now, dude? I mean, I know, like even then, like I think every team you start from scratch. Like, there's no team that's ever truly automatic. You have to start with something and start building some momentum and stuff like that before. So I saw that they said something about Game of Thrones, something about So you mean like 2020, 2021 season? So next season is their year? Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to see them at least get into the playoffs. Like, I feel like if you can take a step further than what you got last year instead of regress, then that's a lot better than anything that, well, I shouldn't say a lot better. It's certainly better than what some people would expect. Plus, it might have Colin. Well, no, Colin Cowherd will never shut up about Baker Mayfield. Like I said, I just can't wait for the day where Baker Mayfield walks up in that bitch's office and like slams the Lombardi Trophy on his desk and was like, "Talk shit now, bitch." And Colin Cowherd will still have shit to talk about Baker Mayfield. It doesn't matter what that guy does. That Colin Cowherd will always have some type of like he will never admit that Baker Mayfield is actually good. He will always have some shit to say up against him. What's all these alerts coming in? Who's updating freaking? Oh, I know who is. Duh. It's 10:49, so it's it's almost 1 a.m. basically. All right. Just so people never admit Brady is good. Oh, whatever, dude. I don't know if that's exactly the same thing. I don't think that's quite the same thing. I don't think that's quite the same thing. Baker's a beast. He just needs the Browns to not switch up his coaches every year so they has continuity. Yeah, Again, if they're successful, then you don't have to worry about that, right? I mean, the only reason why Cleveland's been going through that is because of the lack of success, and then you end up with that coaching carousel nightmare. But it doesn't help like when you just give certain guys like 1 year to try to make a difference. Like Chudzinski, I thought had maybe the best chance out of some of those coaches to do something, but then like they let him go after a year. It's like, really? And then you kept Hugh Jackson for 3. Like you never gave anyone like more than like a year or 2, maybe, if that. It just, and it's not like the front office was exactly doing anything special. But like that Dak and Zeke and the Cowboys is in that one dude on ESPN always uses them shit no matter what. Stephen A. is, I'm assuming, who you're referring to. I mean, see, that's the thing, Raider. I still don't. I didn't feel like that at the time. I mean, I felt like because Cincy had had a lot of success offensively, in recent years, and the fact that Hugh Jackson was like their offensive coordinator or QB coach or whatever the fuck he was doing. I thought he was like their offensive coordinator. Um, that seemed like a realistically good move because that was the one place that the Browns always seemed to struggle was they never had a decent offense. And so like I really believed in him and the fact that when he came here that he wanted to turn things around. Like you really felt it from him. But he kind of reminded me to some extent of like he kind of reminded me to some extent of like Romeo Crennel, where he wasn't he wasn't as stoic as Romeo Crennel was, but he was kind of there with him, like in a way, because everything was like, well, I got to watch the tape, and it was just always like these kind of like you're just like, yeah, but look, at least the Raiders, what? He was the best thing that happened to the Raiders in a while when he coached there, right? Because at least they got to like 500. It was like the first time they had seen that in years since the Super Bowl, right? So I mean, and that was with Terrell Pryor at quarterback, right? So I mean, for him to take Terrell Pryor, I mean, again, Terrell Pryor was a quarterback at Ohio State, but remember he came into the league as a wide receiver, I believe, right? Or some shit like that, or he was a QB, then he converted to wide receiver, whatever the hell happened there. But again, he used him as a QB, and the Raiders finished 8-8 one season with him, and that was like the best they'd seen since losing the Super Bowl, something along those lines, right? So I mean, he did pretty good. I mean, he did what he could. I mean, it's not like the Raiders had exactly a flashy team either, right? It's not like you could, honestly, the fans in Cleveland, fans in Cleveland would say the Oakland Raiders were where players' careers go to die. Like that was from fans in Cleveland saying stuff like that. So that's how Cleveland fans felt about Oakland. He was a good OC, but Cable was the one that really built the team as a head coach. He was a disaster. Cable was 8-8 the year before Hugh. Yeah, but I thought for some reason I thought Hugh had a 500 season with them as well. God. All right, I think it's time for bed. Because, like I said, I need to wake up at like 7. Go down. I'm going to wake up at 7. I already got my suitcase basically packed. I just need to put on my clothes and freshen up and then go downstairs, get my cafe mocha, spend time waking up, and then travel for. The traveling is going to be the worst part because it's like basically, flying here was funny. Flying here was cool because you left at I left at our flight left at 11 a.m. and Eastern time, and when we got in because of the time change, um, we arrived in Denver at 12 p.m. So it was basically like, oh, I lost an hour. Like, Even though I flew for like over almost 3 hours, I only lost an hour basically. So that was kind of neat. But like going back, you basically lose all that time because then your flight starts at 11 and you don't get home till 4. So it's like 6 hours. Like what the hell? Where'd all the time go? So it's crazy. So that should be interesting. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've been out the West Coast. The last time I was in West Coast, or I should say West Coast, but last time I was out west was when I went to California back in like 2007 or something like that. It was a long time ago that I was in California. I've been like for work travel, I've been to PA of course, and then I've been to California, Texas, and now Colorado for work related travel. So that's always, so it's cool just to be able to go different places. But again, like that's over the course of 20 years. So I mean, it's not like I've really been to that many places in that extended period of time, but it's still kind of neat just to be able to go to different states. You've never been west. The first west you've been is Ohio. Jesus Christ, dude. When did I go to Texas? Actually, I went to Texas. I've been to Texas a couple of times. Texas, I want to say was probably like I'm gonna guesstimate and say it was maybe like 2011, 2012, or actually it's probably well before that. It may have been like 2009 or 2010, something like that. I mean, it was a while. That was a while. That was for a work trip. But then I was in Texas after that because I think I mentioned to you guys before that my a friend of mine who lives in Ohio now still he was stationed in the for the army. He was stationed at one of those army bases in Texas, and so I flew down to Texas to meet him, so that way we could drive home together. So he had his truck down here, and he was basically moving his shit back home or dragging whatever shit he had with him back home. So he drove. I drove with him on the way back. So we drove from Texas to Ohio, and we didn't stay anywhere overnight. It was just basically like, at least that I remember. It was just like just straight drive. We stopped and got food like once or twice or something like that, but I don't think we stayed anywhere overnight. I don't feel like we really did, but that was a while ago too, so I don't really remember 100%. I've been to Missouri because there was a military base in Missouri, and my friend's friend and me and my girlfriend at the time, we drove out to Missouri to go see him off before he was going wherever, and we brought his girlfriend at the time with him. Um, so I've been to Missouri and that was driving. Also driving, I've been to New York, like Niagara Falls area. I've driven to Virginia before, because I was in Williamsburg, and that was like again that was a long time ago as well. That was like back in 2007 or around that time frame. We went to Williamsburg for a vacation. I've driven to Myrtle Beach. That was pretty recent. That was like within the last like 3 or 4 years, something like that. We've driven when I was a kid. We drove to South Carolina, uh, which again I think it was also Myrtle Beach at the time too. So I've been to Myrtle Beach before, but it was a long time. Um, where else have we driven? Oh, I've driven to Tennessee. Um, because we actually stayed there in Gatlinburg and all that stuff. Um, there's really nowhere else I've driven where I've stayed. I'm just trying to think of like where I've driven to that I've actually stayed because that's what's important is if you actually stayed there and did something there. So I mean, yeah, I've been to a lot of different places. I like to travel. I really like to travel. I like to go. My bucket list of travel things right now is like um, historical places. Like I've never been to. I want to go see the Liberty Bell. I want to go see the Washington Monument. Yeah, I want to go see all that kind of cool American stuff. Things that make America America. Um, I love all that historic shit. Like that's just cool to me. I don't know why it just is. But I want to do all that kind of stuff before I die. That's all on my bucket list. I want to go to Corpus Christi, Texas, so I can go see the Selena monument that they have down there. So gamer, you have to. I'll fly down there, and you're gonna have to take me to the Selena monument. Wow, mom, come see you in Virginia. Oh, I'm so tired right now. Man, I shaved today and I already got like a 5 o'clock shadow. Actually, no, I shaved last night before bed, but man, I already got a 5 o'clock shadow. I literally did like a freaking, I did a razor shave and I got a 5 o'clock shadow. Like, fuck, man, I almost have a beard back a day later. Like, freaking chia pet mofo up in this mug. Oh, I'm glad. Actually, I shouldn't curse myself because I can't get my hair up here to grow, but my facial hair has no problem coming in. So I mean, at least I've got that going for me. It's a damn chia pet though. But you know what? I shouldn't complain because I wish my head up here was like a chia pet. Just so. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna go now so I can actually get some sleep. I've been sleeping really good. I've been sleeping really good in this hotel here. Like I can like literally just I'll put on like a movie on my phone and like I'll watch it for like 5 minutes and I'll be asleep. I don't know what it is. I think maybe it's part of just like maybe it's just I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just sleep really good in this hotel for whatever reason. And this bed, the bed is very comfortable. The pillows are very comfortable. I wish I knew where they got the pillows from. They feel like they're like actual leather pillows. Like they're very comfortable. They're all like they your head smushes into them and they're just very comfortable to sleep on. I don't know what it is, but man, I get good sleep here. So I don't wake up or toss and turn in the middle of the night. It's amazing. Busch Gardens. So I was at Busch Gardens, Preston. When we went down to Williamsburg, we went to Busch Gardens and we went to Water Country USA because it was like some pass thing that we bought. It was like $1,000 per person, where it was like you get Busch Gardens, a day of Busch Gardens, a day at Water Country USA, and then there was like Jamestown. So that's what I went down there for. Really was like historic Jamestown. We actually happened to go the year. It was like 2 years before or a year before they were going to have like their 100th anniversary or something like that. So I never got a chance to see that. It would have been cool because they were building it back. They were building it up, like they were renovating that area or whatever. Um, so I really want to go back down there and see historic Jamestown again. I remember we went to some mystery movie thing down there too. This was all in Virginia. I mean, we went wine tasting in Virginia. Um, we tried to do a little bit of just different things. So we never went to like any beaches or anything. But again, we stayed at a hotel and we went to like all those other things. So that was pretty neat. I mean, we were on a budget. I wasn't making as much money back then as I am now, but um, so our budget was certainly much smaller. But that was fun. Oh, that drive was not fun though, because that was like a they claim like it's like a 9 hour drive or some shit like that. It ends up being like 12. I swear they say it's like a 9 hour drive, but it ends up being like 12 hours or some shit like that. Or maybe they say it's 12 and it's like 14 or 15. That's something crazy. Because I remember driving home through DC. Then we were coming back up and it was just like pouring. It was pouring. It was like dumping buckets of water from the sky, and the traffic was all backed up, and it was just like slow. Oh, DC was like so horrific back at that time. But that was before you had like GPS and Google Maps and traffic alerts and that kind of stuff, so you would never know. But yeah, it was pretty horrific coming back up. I do remember that part that much. DC where it was all rainy and shit. So, and it was frustrating being down there without a GPS because then you're relying on maps, and it's just like, reading a map is like, yeah, it's possible, but it's like it's not always the easiest thing in the world, especially when you're trying to navigate streets and not necessarily highways and stuff like that. So that was such a pain in the ass. I remember like my girlfriend and I at the time would all, like be arguing, like, oh my god, like I need to know where to go, and I'm like, you have to be the navigator, and I'm like the one driving, and it was just like so frustrating. Dude, I don't know if I'm gonna be in VA soon, man. I don't know if that's gonna happen. So maybe I'll stream at the airport tomorrow. No, I'm not gonna stream at the airport. Maybe I'll stream on the way home or something. I don't know. Or I'll just wait till I get home to do something. Because I feel like I want to play Madden tomorrow, but I'm not sure. So, all right. Well, thanks guys for everyone who stopped by. Hopefully you enjoyed watching me beat up a pillow for like 30 minutes. Got my exercise for the day. Although I didn't have my phone on me literally, so it didn't count my steps. So, yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, dudes. Peace.